Say, hello there. It's good to see you. In fact, I was kind of hoping you'd come by today. Go ahead, grab a chair and sit down a while. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. You know, I noticed you haven't quite been yourself lately. You've looked a little lost, maybe a little overwhelmed, maybe even a little depressed or hopeless. I'm worried about you. But I understand completely. There's just a lot going on in these days, isn't there? A lot to take in, a lot for our hearts and minds to process between all the normal day-to-day activities that need to go on, from raising and providing for a family to having to work. There's also this pandemic thing and having to worry about the safety and health of family and friends, on and on. I can see how it might get you down. You know, I have this Bible verse and I've always loved it. In fact, I can almost say that it's my favorite, and I'd like to share it with you if you don't mind. Maybe it'll encourage you, and maybe it'll take some of the heavy weight off of your shoulders. The verse is from the book of Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 7. And it tells us this. It tells us, "Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose trust is the Lord." So what is that verse saying to us? It's saying there are a lot of things that we can put our trust in this earthly life. Parents, friends, political organizations, pastors, doctors, movements, you name it. We can put our trust in all kinds of things. Is that a problem? Well, sometimes no, but sometimes yes. You see, the things of this world are transient. They're forever changing and not fully reliable. Today they're trustworthy. Tomorrow they may not even exist for us to put our trust in. So what's the answer? Well, Jeremiah tells us that blessed is the man or woman who puts their trust in the Lord and whose trust is the Lord. Why? Because he's fully trustworthy and he's fully reliable. He's unchanging. He's there for all your todays, and you know what? He's going to be there for all of your tomorrows. I guarantee it. But the Lord's more than just trustworthy. You see, his trustworthiness is not only one of his attributes, it's his very essence. Trustworthiness is not what he is, but who he is. Like love and holiness and truth and righteousness, he is the living embodiment of trust, unfailing trust. When you put your trust in the Lord, when your trust is the Lord, do you know what fills your heart and mind? Hope. A confident hope is what fills your heart and mind when you place your trust in an unchanging, always present, always trustworthy God. Not an earthly hope, but a heavenly hope. Not a hope in things that change, the changing things of this world, but a hope in the promises of a trustworthy God for an eternity of peace and joy in his presence. A hope that's not dependent on any earthly thing, person, or circumstance. In fact, if Jeremiah was with us today, you know what he'd probably tell us? He'd probably tell us, blessed is the man or woman who hopes in the Lord, whose hope is the Lord. Well, you know, I'm glad we had this chance to talk. Your shoulders are beginning to look a little lighter already. Have a really blessed and hope-filled day. Bye-bye.